Danger dwells around every corner. Mystery and mayhem are bound with a murderous agenda that has its eyes fixed on you, adventurer. Audience discretion is advised as the Big Bad Dungeon goes dark. Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the Darkest Big Bad Dungeon. Thank you very much for checking us out. My name is David Haddad. I will be your dungeon master for the day, and we have a number of individuals who will be engaging in perilous adventure, and let's go ahead and meet with them right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zachary Vaudo, also known as Sneakernet Music on most social medias. Tonight, I am playing your Aasimar Gloomstalker Ranger, Malik.
I'm Jen. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at the Rogues Trove or just Rogues Trove, and I am playing Ilariana, a female rogue elf. Hopefully, I don't die too quickly.
And I am Babacar Ndiaye. You can find me online at aperture_ghost, and I will be playing as the warrior Musa K. Kane.
Marvelous. And I'll be playing as everybody else. So before we get into it, we have a mechanic of the system called the Darkness Die. The Darkness Die adds an unpredictable and unsettling element to this journey that these adventurers will take themselves upon. At the very beginning of the game, I roll a D7. I know that's weird. And that result of the game, that result of the roll is going to determine a rules change that will affect them while they navigate the darkness. As that die rolls, it looks like it has come up on a 6. So, a 6 on the Darkness die is spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Lovely.
So, on I guess if spaghetti comes up on the Darkness die, whenever an enemy or an adventurer rolls exactly the target's armor class to hit, or an object's armor class to hit, that object that they hit turns into spaghetti. And that counts for players' things as well. Think of inventive ways to interpose maybe items in your inventory in the way of getting hit. So you'll take the damage, but maybe just your javelins or whatever will turn in spaghetti as we proceed forward.
Oh.
All right. So as we begin, you all, three of you, adventurers, find yourselves inside the entrance of a sudden and great dungeon that has made its way to your worlds. The doors of which have swung open, and outside reigns a perilous storm. You're all here for your own reasons. Could be coin, could be revenge. It could be a desire to banish whatever evil is plaguing your land. But you find yourselves here in this place. As you array, well, let's go into this. Do your characters know each other, or is this the first time you've all come into contact with one another?
How do y'all want to do this?
I feel like we've probably known each other at least a little bit. We're not like a seasoned group of adventurers considering the level that we're at, but I imagine that we didn't just, all happen to be in the exact same place at the exact same time to stumble into a door in a cave.
We've
So
had
we
a few
probably at
drinks
least
together at a bar somewhere.
right, exactly. We've
Had some
known each
good
other for at
food
least a few
together.
days.
Perfect. So Malik, your character, describe what they look like and why they've come to this place.
Malik looks rather humanoid, but due to his lineage or rather their lineage, is unnaturally pretty. It's almost jarring. It's not a good kind of pretty. It's a have to take a few looks because it's confusing kind of pretty. With a constant gloomy look on their face. You're not sure if it is their actual mood or if it's an extension of whatever it is preternatural about them. They are donned in studded leather armor, black with gray silver studs across it. They have a short sword on their hip, a long bow on their back, and a scimitar across their front. You never really see them draw the scimitar. It almost seems to be there for decoration at this point. But they have been wandering this area because they've called it their home in the last several months, and they want to get the lay of the land. It's in their nature to understand their territory and to make the territory their own. So they've been wandering the woods and wandering the plains and wandering the towns and mental mapping everything. It's a bit of a quirk of theirs. At which point they got to know Musa and Elariana, and this door into a dungeon was not part of their mapping. This was not part of their territory, and now this is almost a compulsion, something else that they need to get to know, something else they need to explore, they need to take account of, they need to make sure it is just as standard as everything else that they have called their own.
Perfect. I love that. And your compatriot Lariana. What does Lariana look like, and why is Lariana here?
Ariana is an elf, so she's pretty humanoid looking with long dark hair. She's tall for an elf, right about 6 feet, just under. She is born out of wedlock, so she's kind of bastard, and she's just trying to get away from her family. She is from a rich, like landed family, and just happens to be the bastard. So she's kind of going off on her own, so she isn't used as a pawn for marriage, and is out here just trying to live her own life. And she met these guys at the bar and decided to join up and have some fun, I guess.
Perfect. I love that. Uh, Kane. What does Kane look like, and why are they here?
Kane is 6 feet tall, a cloaked figure. He doesn't have a face. It's just a void. As a result of a punishment that he received in his younger days. He often dares people to hit him in the face to see what happens. Surprise, surprise. He's covered in gold chains. He's got floating dreadlocks, and he's there to drink and fight.
Hell yes. So, as the collection of you make your way inside of this place, you can hear the sound of a storm begin to rage outside. And as you move into this rather cramped hallway, uh, you have a moment of respite before whatever happens. Ahead of you, um, there is a door that you imagine leads to a larger room. Scratches in the stone in the space around you, and it looks like there have been many footfalls near grooves cut into the floor of people making their way through this place. Would anyone like to listen to the door, or what would you all like to do?
Um, I can do a perception check, I guess, and kind of see what all we can find as clues to what this could have been.
Okay. Do you move up to the door, Alariana?
Yes.
you navigate the narrow space between your fellows, and you feel them slip past you, and you finally find yourself in front of this wooden door. You listen to the other side of it, and you can hear like the sounds of dripping and perhaps something else. Go ahead and make me a perception roll
Okay. Oh shit. What am I using?
as you take the I guess the study action or the search action.
Gotta find where my actions are. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's totally cool. It's just if you go ahead and you click on your character sheet, you go to perception. If you click on like the I guess like the bonus to perception, it should populate.
There we go. Makes more sense. 16.
First roll of the
22.
game, and that is a great roll. So you can hear the
16 plus
sound.
6 and 22.
All right. So on a 22, as you put your I guess like your ear up to the door, you can hear the sound of dripping water perhaps far away. And that roll is so good, you can
Gosh, what
hear
did I just do?
oh, don't worry about it. You're good. You can hear the sounds of things shifting.
Okay.
Like the sounds of I guess like footfalls far away. It doesn't seem like whatever's in this space has perceived you or your fellows.
Sweet.
While that's going on, what would you like to do, Malik, and what would you like to do, Kane?
Malik is used to being the searcher, typically being a ranger. So somebody pushing ahead to listen kind of stirs them, and they just kind of creep up behind Ilariana to like take a listen in as well. Not going to repeat the role, but because
Okay,
somebody is between them and the door. But and then just leaning very, very close behind them, very quiet, and then very just abruptly. What do you hear?
Gripping and movement.
Something we'll have to handle?
Probably, most likely. It hasn't figured out we're here yet.
Do we want to keep that, or do we want to send our compatriot in swinging?
I'll defer to you.
He does like that. And I'll turn back and go, Kane, do you want to hit something?
Well, I think before before you finish the sentence, Kane has kicked the door off the hinge.
I'll just freeze and looking in the opposite direction as the foot and go, well, that answers that. And I'll turn.
Warn me next time. It's like, get out of the way.
Kane, you take several like big steps forward, and you feel your foot impact the door. The door is knocked from its hinges. It hits the ground and slides. Dust settles, and as you make your way into the room, you're immediately disappointed because there is nothing in this space save darkness and a great statue which looms in front of you. That statue is veined with veins of marble. It seems to have angelic wings, and it stares at the doorway that you just knocked open. Still and unmoving, it looks like there's a small placard on the base of it.
I'm just gonna go read that.
Okay. Lariana, you make your way into the space, and you move towards the placard. What languages do you read? And what?
I read Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Thieves' Cant, and I can do Common Sign Language too.
Okay. Malik, what are you doing?
Walking in behind everybody, looking around, going, I thought you said there was something in here. I do have 60 feet of dark vision if that impacts the sight and anything, but I'm just going to survey the room because she said something was in here, and it seems like nothing is in here, and I don't buy that.
Good hearing. I'm an elf.
So, Ilariana, you do hear noises shifting that was faint before, and it sounds more urgent from the northern portion of the room. Looking towards the I guess like the north, you can see two doors. And behind one of them, you can hear heavy movement. With that banging, it sounds like something is attempting to make its way through the wooden door at the top of the room. But you were also looking at this statue. In Elvish, you can read on the placard in old brass the words "perish all." Uh, do you make any other motions to the statue, or is that it?
Uh, let's see. Insight.
Go ahead, make me an insight check.
8 + 4, 12.
12. It looks like there's a small gap between the edge of where that brass fitting fits into the statue and the statue itself. While that's going on, Malik, you hear now towards the northern edge of the room as you begin your survey, the sounds of things shifting through one of the upper doors in the space.
I let him know that I hear something from the door, and also try to let him know that there's a little gap that maybe we need to check out, and that maybe we should let our big burly friend go to that door.
I will wave Kane over to this door as I approach the statue. I can hit things at a range anyway, so it's okay if I'm a bit further back while Kane approaches the door.
Would you like to be around this space here?
I've already been told.
Yeah, on the other side of Ilariana, where you had me before.
Perfect.
Like more between Ilariana and the doors where I've pointed Kane to, so that way I can address both things.
Wonderful. Kane, where would you like to end up?
Right in front of the door.
Okay.
I think it's about to get kicked again.
All right. So you move to that door. It's about to get kicked. You have a breath before that door gets kicked. Ilariana, you notice that there's a gap between I guess like this brass plate and the statue. Do you want to do anything with that?
Yes, I want to do another perception check, and like I'm gonna let Malik know that what the sign says, that it says that perish all, and that we need to check this out.
While she is examining that, I would like to start ritually casting Detect Magic, so I don't have to consume a spell slot, so I can get a sense of, is there something off about this statue, and potentially, if there's magic around us in the room that's not immediately attached to us.
Okay.
Can
Normally
I do
that's
that before I do my perception check. So
So long as you're not going to like start fiddling with stuff, that's fine. But also, you can do it. I don't mind. I know it'll take a while to ritual cast it. I'm doing this under the assumption that Kane can handle whatever it is. If he can't, I will drop it and change my approach.
Okay.
all right. So Kane, you kicking in this door?
I think so.
Hell yes. So
Woo!
I guess like you kick that door open, and as you kick that door open, you can see on the other side of it a collection of dead shambling in your direction. The door flies off its hinges. Again, you're incredibly strong, and you find yourself in combat along with your fellows. Go ahead and roll me initiative for Kane's character. Now, if you go to Kane's character sheet, underneath your proficiency bonus, which is a +2, there should be a little box for initiative. If you click on that, you should enter into combat. All right. And I have you in on a 9. So as you make your way through the space, these dead things, they have begun moving and shifting towards you. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Ilariana.
All right. 14.
Plus
Yeah.
6.
Plus
Plus
6.
+6, 20. Perfect. I'll go ahead and I'll address that in a moment. Malik, your ritual casting, and you realize that there could be something that is that's occurring quickly in the space above. So one of the one of the creatures like moves. It attempts to shift past its fellows and gets towards you, Kane. It can't exactly move, squeeze into the small space without actively shoving one of the, I guess, like the other ones aside. You take up the entirety of this frame, so they're unable to move around you. And as it closes with you, it is going to attempt to make an attack roll. If it rolls exactly your armor class, something on you will turn to spaghetti. That's a 19 to hit. What's your character's armor class? If you go to your character sheet,
15.
you just... All right, perfect. It swings. As it swings at you, you feel its decaying arm slam into your chest. As it hits your chest, you feel yourself moved backwards the slightest amount. Or actually, how does Kane react to getting struck?
I think he likes it. It makes him fight harder.
Perfect. I love that. All right, so you take 4 points of damage. That's not correct. Let me go ahead. The I guess the other fellows push and unfortunately they can't move past their fellow that's jamming the door, nor do they have reach enough to get at you. You can hear them shambling, moaning to move at you. Malik, you keep an eye on this. You can hear those noises loud in the room, beginning to echo in the space that you're in. And Musa, you're up. What are you doing?
I think I want to. Can I go in? Can I get frenzied and push into the room?
Hell yeah, you can. You can totally
Go
go
into
frenzy.
rage. Yeah, can I do that?
So when your character goes into rage, what does it look like?
Just kind of like blind berserker mode.
Hell yeah. All right. So your I guess your vision swims and you move forward into the space. So there is a lineup of folks that are currently in your way. There are a collection of fellows dead that are in this space. You're going to attempt to shove them backwards so that you can move more fully into the room.
Yeah, I want to push and make room for my guys to get in there.
Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to, because shove is an action that I can resist as this zombie, I'm going to have him make a strength saving throw against a save DC that is determined by your character's strength. What is your character's strength score?
My strength score is 18.
Perfect. So they're going to make a check against your proficiency bonus, which should be +2, plus your strength modifier, which is +4. So they'll check against a 14. They roll, I guess, like a 9. So I guess, you press forward against these creatures. As you shove into them, you can hear the sounds of the ones behind them pushed backwards, and you move in more fully into into the room. Malik, as you can see briefly your fellow Kane surrounded by these I guess these shifting dead creatures.
Kane, you got this?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty angry right now, so I think I'm wrecking shit.
You're wrecking shit.
All right, let us know if you need anything, and I'll continue ritual casting.
You continue to ritual cast. As you continue to ritual cast, Ilariana, after that like
Perception check.
Yeah, you can see it looks like there is something, a void underneath the statue that you can access.
So
If it more like a small box or a container behind this plate.
I'm reaching. Hey, I'd let Malik know. Hey, there's this box container thing in here. Do we want to get it?
Sounds dangerous considering I haven't figured out what it is yet, but I'm busy right now, so I can't exactly stop you. Just make sure you don't kill all of us, please.
All right.
Do you, I guess, like, do you try and open it? Would you like to try to?
I would like to try to open it.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
While that's happening, so Kane, you're surrounded by these dead. One of them surges at you, swinging its disgusting arm, like attempts to, I guess, like cling, I guess, like attack your flesh. So it misses. What do you do to get out of the way, or does it just hit you and you just don't, like, you don't register it?
No, I think Kane's gonna take that arm and decide that that might be a better weapon for the moment, and he's gonna beat the shit out of the rest of the skeletons with that arm.
Okay, so you go out, you grab that arm. There's I guess, like, there's a, I guess, like a clicking noise. That arm hasn't detached fully from this, I guess, like this skeleton's body just yet, but it will make an interesting weapon when your turn comes up. The next skeleton, like, moves forward. It throws its forehead forward to strike at you.
Is Kane doing okay?
So it hits a 17 while you're attempting to detach this other creature's other arm. You feel something hit your shoulder, and then you feel something sharp crease your ribs. You feel wet run down your side, distant and far away through the haze of your anger. Um, the next creature swings at you as well. There are three that are on you in this space. That one strikes, and that one drives something into the top of your thigh. You feel something, I guess, like twist, and red runs down your leg.
How far away is he
So he is
from me?
he's around 30 feet away.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and adjust your hit points. You're currently enraged, so you will only take half. So you take half of 7, and then you'll take half of 3.
Pretty much at the end of every turn, I'm checking on. At the end of every round, I'm checking on Kane. Be like, do I need to stop this? Are you good?
Kane, it is your turn to attack. You have this creature's arm. If you'd like, you can go ahead and make me an attack roll. If you'd like to make an attack roll, just go ahead in your, I guess, like in your actions box underneath the, I guess, like underneath the tab. Just go ahead and click the box next to Great Axe, and that'll populate the roll for you. If you can see that.
Yep.
21 hits. And go ahead and roll me a D4. We're going to add your strength plus your rage damage and your damage from frenzy, which is going to be 2d6 to this roll.
Which one do I roll?
So if you go ahead and click on, you know what? Just go ahead and click on the box for damage next to Great Axe. 16 damage. All right. That is exactly its hit points. So it doesn't turn into spaghetti, but you do enough damage to completely destroy it. So what does it look like when Kane destroys this creature that's in front of him?
Um, I, I think the creature basically explodes. Like Kane hits it so hard that it basically explodes, and there's like guts everywhere. Like he's just covered in it.
There's a rain of sick green skin that hits the ground and covers the walls behind you, and you continue your swing. Would you like to use your bonus action to continue your swing into the creature next to it?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make me another attack roll.
The same Great Axe roll.
Yep, just make the same Great Axe roll. 12. 12 is enough to hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Just go ahead and click on Great Axe damage. 9. You cut the zombie in front of you and you tore its like its arm from its body, the skeleton's body in front of you. And you tore its arm from its body. You swing that bone into the creature next to it. As you hit it, the bone is buried deep into its chest. You snap it off with your free hand and it staggers to the side. Alariana, what did you roll on your sleight of hand check?
20.
Oh, you rolled a 20. Okay. The brass plate, like it shifts, it clicks, and it pops open. How do you normally check something for traps, or how do you normally address a thing when you're trying to get inside of it, utilizing your thieves skill?
Yeah, I'm utilizing my thieves skill, and I try and I use insight to try and make sure that there's nothing around it.
Okay. You test carefully with your dagger around the edges. You feel nothing in the way of sharpness or thread or wire that could cut or harm or hurt your hands. As you reach into the space, you see wrapped delicately a collection of small bottles, and they seem to illuminate the space around them with soft red light.
Oh, goody. We're gonna have a beautiful aura about us as we die. We're gonna be bathed in just lovely mood lighting.
Oh yeah.
Put it back.
You want me to put the mood lighting back?
If it's gonna kill us, then put it back.
Is it gonna kill us? Should I roll an insight to see if it's gonna be something that could possibly kill us?
You can go ahead. You can make me an insight check or an arcana check as you study these containers. Malik, you can sense. I mean, it's still very early in the casting of your ritual, but you can feel there is some magic that is coming off of those I guess like those bottles. Obviously, as they glow in the darkness, you don't have an exact sense of what they are, and you aren't getting any magic from the statue itself. There's
I'll use my arcana so I can go back to my acolyte training.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Sounds good.
All right.
And based on that outcome, like I will either continue or stop. But again, also it depends on if Kane says
I
anything.
want to continue. I only rolled a 5.
Heck yeah. Yeah, they look I guess like there's red uneven liquid in all of them. So you don't exactly have a perfect sense for what they do.
This is some shit I've never seen.
Yeah, you can always just try tasting it. That usually works out really well.
Oh yeah, no. I'm good. I'm not that dumb.
Well, honestly, I realize at this point, if I'm not feeling anything off of the statue and looking at the liquid, I realize like detect magic is not identify. I'm not going to figure out what this is. I'm just going to figure out is it magic or not. And I already know that it's uncomfortable looking liquid, so I'm just going to go. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop what I'm doing. I'm gonna shift over up to the door frame behind Kane, and I want to launch something into the crowd of the dead if I am able to before initiative. With this being my turn.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and make that check, and then after that, roll initiative for me.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm stepping in behind, and I'm launching Starry Wisp. Into the crowd towards the creature closest to Kane.
Okay, so that would be the skeleton that's in front of it.
Okay, I've lost the map on the screen, so I can't see it. But yes, I'll just I'll say that I'll do the verbal component of the Enochian word and launch it. And
those Enochian words take flight. It looks like it's trying to figure out whether or not it's rolled a hit.
That is a 7.
Okay, so what's it look like when you cast that spell? And I'll go ahead and narrate its effects.
All right. So basically, just it looks very similar to a firebolt casting. Hand on top of fist, and then opening it up. As I say, the word peripson, and just this small little star comes rocketing out of my palm into the direction. It gives a 10-foot radius of dim light in the area, and if it hits, it'll do more.
Perfect. It strikes the wall next to the creature, but that space is illuminated. So there is more light that's in the space. You also realize that these creatures lumber about, your party isn't lit with any particular light. You don't know if they can see you.
Well, but that now Kane can see into there better, at least.
Yes, certainly. Go ahead and make me an initiative check so that you can join initiative in combat. Um, so, wow,
There you go. It's a 18.
that's really great. That is for, I guess, like everyone again. So you'll go ahead and take an additional turn right now.
All right. So now that I can see one that I can see better, I'm going to aim. I'm going to aim in their direction and say another word, manin, for mind sliver. And that is the creature having to make an intelligence save of 13.
Oh, that's going to be really bad. Let me go ahead and make an intelligence save for this creature really quick. It certainly fails.
All right, so it is going to take how much psychic damage? Not a ton.
Big dumb monster.
Not a ton, only 5
Well, that's-
psychic damage.
That's kind of a lot. So I guess to these creatures, that skeleton, I guess, like, that's been illuminated by that light, you cast outwards, I guess, like, with your mind sliver, and you feel something like snap and break inside of its mind. Wetness runs down from its empty nostril socket and from its eyes, and it leans against the wall weakly.
All right, and then like I said, I can't see the map, so I'm kind of theater of the minding this right now. But I'm gonna move probably like 5 or 10 feet to the side just to position myself, still a range back, but over Kane's shoulder, so I can prepare my bow to draw and fire at things.
Okay. Are you? So how much space are you giving Kane? I guess, like, granted, you fought beside them before.
I'm staying on the other side of the door at this point. I'm going to be shooting through the doorway because I'm a pretty decent shot, and I also know that when they get angry, they kind of swing at everything. So I don't want to step up right behind them.
Fair. While you move to safety, there's a grunting noise. One of the creatures swings its short blade. The one that you, I guess, like, that you injured, swings its short blade at Kane. It buries its short blade into the wall next to Kane, and the edge of its blade snaps, stuck in the stones next to him. Kane, you hear I guess, like, the sounds ahead of you of creatures shuffling, moving into the I guess, like, the press closer to you. How do you feel? You've taken a little bit of damage. Like, how does Kane feel?
I mean, he's hurting, but he's not discouraged. He's actually encouraged to fight harder. It's just like every hit he takes is just making him fight harder.
Looking ahead of you in the room, you can see, it looks like more things are filling into the darkness in front of you. But it's like you find a moment in that chaos to take your action. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Can I do a cleave with the great axe?
Yeah, certainly.
All right. So I'm gonna.
17's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. That character is going to be very dead.
Nice.
Go ahead and make your next attack roll. This is going to utilize your bonus action.
Do I do that the same way?
Yes, sir.
Great axe. All right.
That impacts as well.
And do I do damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. All right. You maneuver quickly through the space with your, I guess, like your axe behind you. You push all of your weight behind it. It swings through the air, whistles briefly as one of the creatures reaches for the void of your face. You cut underneath its ribs, chopping it directly in half. The momentum from your swing continues into the to the one that has liquid running from its eye sockets and its nostrils. As you swing into that one, how do you destroy it?
I think the great axe is just cleaves him straight in half, right in the
Uh,
right in the head,
uh,
down the middle.
it is cut ingloriously from a lower portion of its jaw, and exiting an upper portion of its skull. The top of its head hits the wall, and its entire body falls to the ground in a heap. Um, in the, I guess, like the faraway end of the hallway, you can see what looks like a creature, a skeleton on fire, or like making its way towards you. You continue to hear more of these creatures just around a faraway corner that you can barely make out in this darkness, moving, navigating towards you, trying to get at you, trying to kill you. Malik, you are up.
All right. You said that there seems to be one on fire.
Yeah, you look down the I guess like down the space into the room where Kane is, doing his destruction. And you can see just entering the room a skeleton on fire, making its way into the space.
Great, that looks like the one to hit. So I will notch an arrow into my longbow, pull back, and fire.
Hell yeah.
Does an 11 hit it?
Oh no, did you hit its exact? No, I guess 11 does not hit it. I guess like
Okay.
the blow goes a little bit wide.
All right, so blow
But
goes a little bit.
it actually cannot see you because it utilizes dark vision to see, and you're a Gloomstalker, so you
Yes.
get advantage to this roll. So go ahead
Oh,
and roll
okay.
again.
Good call. Let's find out if it's any better. That's a good bit better. How about 16?
Yeah, 16 totally hits.
Excellent. So 16. I don't like that it's on fire. So first things first, I'm going to deal the damage, which is going to be 9 damage, and I'm going to implement the slow mastery. So it's going to reduce it by 10 feet.
Perfect. I love that.
And then, how many spell slots do I have? 3. I feel like I should save them. I think that's going to be good for now. So instead of doing something else, I'm just going to make Kane aware of a big guy up ahead.
As the creature is, I guess, like is struck in the darkness, it's focusing its attention on Kane for the moment, and as it peers over you, you feel some veil of magic slide over you, so it's unable to see you, unable to react to your shot. Your shot cuts through the air, hits the creature, knocking it backwards. It remains standing, and it surges towards your fellow Kane.
Just to point out, with the slow thing, it reduces its speed by about 10 feet. I can't see the map right now, so I'm not sure if that will make any difference at all in reaching Kane, but if it does, there it is.
Perfect. These creatures continue to stack and fill the hallway in front of you, Kane.
Do we want to stay in this room, or do we want to come back and close it? And do we want to keep pushing forward, or do we want to try something else?
I guess like you call out to your fellows in the darkness. Kane, you hear like that as a dull noise far away through your frenzy.
Um, I don't think Kane hears the call to retreat, and I
Yes,
think he
okay.
I think he grapples.
Malik, we still doing this? We're pushing forward.
Do you want to try to pull him back?
Nope. Okay, just making sure. Just wanted to make sure we're all going on the same page. So I guess am I up?
Would you like to, I guess, like join initiative, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess I'm chucking those bottles away for later. And
You push them into your pack.
I push them into my pack and then I come and join Malik on the other side of the door.
Go ahead and make me an initiative check.
All right, where's my initiative? Initiative. An 8.
8. All right. So you'll be going right after Kane in this initiative. What's your AC again, Kane?
AC, 15.
Perfect. All right. So you you feel something like, I guess, like cut, I guess like ragged against your side. It slashes you again far away through the edge of your rage. And then you go next. What would you like to do? Kane.
I want to go to the biggest creature in there and grapple them.
Okay. The one in front of you is actually very large. Like it's lumbering larger in size than its fellow.
Yeah, I'm gonna unarmed grapple with that guy.
Okay. Heck yeah. You make your way forward and you grapple it. It's going to make a save against your I guess like your strength check. It is grappled. You have them grabbed. What would you like to do with them? Would you like to move with them?
I would like to give that guy a pile driver. I
Okay.
want to pile driver right into the concrete.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Karen.
All right, let's see. Unarmed this time, right?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That is much higher than its AC. And you already have them grappled. You manage to sweep underneath their legs, pick them up, and slam them into the ground. Go ahead and roll me 2d6. I'm going to add this to the unarmed damage that you do, plus your strength bonus, plus the damage that you do normally in rage.
Which one do I have to roll now?
Just I guess like 2d6. So I can go ahead and do it for you. On your character sheet in the leftmost corner, there's what looks like a d20. If you click on it, you can see a collection of dice come up. The second dice from the bottom are d6s. You're gonna click on that twice, and it should be the number 2, and then click on roll.
Got it.
Perfect. 5. Okay, so 5 plus your strength modifier 4 plus your rage damage 2 plus your normal regular damage for unarmed combat. So you're going to
Smashes his
do
head to a pulp.
a lot of damage, a decent amount of damage
His
for a
head
pile
pops
driver.
like a watermelon.
You scoop the thing up, you sweep its legs, you slam it into the ground. I guess like you on top of it. I guess there's a cracking noise. You see bits of its skin are stuck, lodged in the ground. I guess underneath you. You can still feel it moving, however. Alariana, what are you doing on your initiative?
I am gonna see if I can come and join again and be across on the other side of the doorway from Malik.
You rush I guess like the space. Did you want to end up around here? I
Uh,
guess like next to. Would you like to? You wanted to end up across from Malik, correct?
yeah, and
Perfect.
I'm looking in with my short bow.
Uh, you lean in with your short bow. As you lean in, you can see a collection of dead, your fellow Kane, nearly on top of I guess like a pile of several bodies. One creature like piled, like driven underneath him like pushing the thing underneath the ground. You watch your dark vision adjusts. There's a cracking noise as part of its head splits and shoots off against the stones of the dungeon. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna take aim at one of the uh the undead creatures that are also trying to attack him while he's swooshing the guy.
Perfect. All right, you take aim. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. 13 hits.
So I do my damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my damage.
So are you attacking any of the ones that are close to Kane?
Yes.
Perfect. So you can go ahead and add your sneak attack damage to that check. Okay. That shot moves across the expanse. One of the creatures is immediately destroyed as it is struck and knocked backwards.
Woot woot. Kane, we're coming to help.
The burning creature in the room sweeps and moves behind or next to Kane. It lashes out with its short blade. You feel something like cut into your side, Kane. You take. You're going to go ahead and take 3 slashing damage as it bites you, and then you're going to take. The fire damage gets your attention as it like burns your side. Your fellow Malik up the corridor, you see oily smoke and you can smell your fellow's flesh burn. Malik, you're up next.
I'm going to once again call out for Kane to fall back as I fire another arrow straight at the flaming one. For an 18.
18 hits.
And a total of 7 piercing and slow again.
7 piercing. Perfect. It's struck. Motes of fire strike the ground around its feet. It drops a bit. You see the arrow stuck against and between one of its ribs. It attempts to steady itself, but there isn't very much left to that particular creature. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yes, actually. Seeing like the number of creatures in the area. Actually, you know what? Okay, so there's 2 other creatures that are nearby, that are right next to this thing, right? Or are there 3?
There
Like,
are
how many creatures are right next to this thing, like within 5 feet?
Surveying the space around this creature, there are 2 other creatures that are still up.
Okay, so then yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for now. So I'm just gonna call for Kane to fall back, and if he doesn't, then I'll do something else on my next turn.
All right.
Try to clear this.
You call out to your fellow to fall back. More of these things moan and shift in the space. One of them like moves behind one of the individual that you currently have grappled. More things move into the space, like I guess in the space that's directly behind that creature. The one that you have grappled, Kane, it lashes out at you. It's grappled by you, unable to shift, but you can see it adjusts its ruined face and moves to bite your leg. You feel its teeth sink into your calf. And you feel skin split. Something comes, I guess, like loose in its face and is left behind in the meat of your leg as it pulls away. Kane, what are you doing?
Kane's pretty pissed off right now, so Kane's gonna take a bite out of that guy back. But Kane doesn't have a face, so that guy's going into the void.
All right, go ahead and make me the terrifying unarmed strike check.
Dude's gonna get sucked into the void. And just
Yes.
Kane's face.
Yeah, that's gonna hit it.
Damn.
That is amazing.
Do I need to do a damage one for that?
Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
2d6, all right.
Okay.
7. Okay, so 7 plus your strength 4. That's more than enough. The creature vanished. So what's it look like when something's drawn into the void of Kane's head?
Scary
It's
as fuck.
it's 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 not good. It just disappears. It's like a black hole. It's basically like imagine something getting sucked into a black hole in space. That's what
That
it's
is
like when it goes
freaking
into space.
terrifying.
Yeah, so he puts it in his hood and it doesn't nothing comes back.
There's an accretion field around the edge of the creature as it, I guess, as it distends, its form like shifting, drawn into the, I guess, like the void of your void of your head. And after a moment, it's gone completely.
Should have bit it sooner.
God, I hate when he does that.
And he bites back.
All right. After Kane, Alariana, what are you doing?
Are there any more that are extremely close by Kane that are looking to almost snatch him?
The one that's on fire that looks barely standing, that one seems like it is intent on harming him.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my stealth check and see if I can long stride over to him and stab him with my dagger.
Okay, perfect.
So
How much movement do you have with long stride?
let me go back so I can see again. I don't see. Trying to find it.
I think you're inside of 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No, you totally have enough movement. You
Okay.
slide through the expanse. You shift. It's like you were invisible for a moment, and then you find yourself next to this thing burning near Kane, and it's moving to attack him as you settle into the space behind him.
Okay, so did I need to do my stealth check?
Well, you can go ahead and make me a stealth check, and then make me an attack roll.
An attack with my dagger? Okay. So a 9, 14.
Perfect.
Attack with my dagger. I'm gonna stab him.
And you'll have advantage on this roll because it won't have seen you.
So 9, and then my sneak attack. An 8.
So as you drive your blade into its back, energy is expelled through the expanse. As it's expelled through the expanse, you see its form, the form that you stabbed, begin to change. The fire on it goes out and it begins transforming into a wet pile of spaghetti.
Ew, gross. Okay, and it's gone, but now it's spaghetti. I turned something into spaghetti.
That's I'm so happy now. I'm to have that
No
happen
more burning
at
man.
least
I got rid of
once.
it.
No, that's perfect. Because like the burning fellow has been made made no more.
It's cooked, right?
Yeah, it's totally it's cooked
Okay.
spaghetti. It would be weird if it was just dry spaghetti that fell into the ground.
Oh yeah, that's the weird bit.
Yeah, that's the weird bit. Everything else.
Our dude needed a snack after getting his leg bit off.
You hear the sounds of something like running, moving, not shambling like the rest of its fellows. It rushes into the expanse, hits the corner of the room, drives its hand into the stone wall, cracking it, and then from the far end of the room, it races to tackle Kane. With a skill beyond life, it lashes out with its short blade. That short blade races across the space between, and it cuts into Kane's arm. Kane, you feel that blade bite into your forearm. And as it draws its blade free, blood follows the blade and hangs in the air. And then you feel this terrible screaming in your mind.
No.
Great.
Fuck. Can I cast Spare the Dying on him? Am I close enough?
Oh, he's not dead yet.
He's not
Oh,
dead
okay.
yet.
Never mind. Hey, Kane, you okay?
I think I'm gonna. Gosh, I don't know. Do I have any defensive moves?
So you can dodge as an action to give things disadvantage to strike you.
Can I try to dodge that one?
You have to declare that as your action, and then it becomes all you can do during your turn.
Oh, okay, all right. No, I'm gonna.
Oh wow, you are hurt very badly.
What's my hit face? Oh boy.
So yeah, you after that happens, you're still lost, possessed by this frenzy. As you look back, your eyes meet Malik's for a moment, and Malik, you can see like his head drop a bit, and it looks like Kane's shoulders slump forward a bit, and you haven't seen your fellow, this incredible barbarian warrior, in a state like this since you've met them. And then you see the thing move to hit him again.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Am I able to cast Resistance?
I think that you actually have to unfortunately cast that on your action.
Okay, never mind. I'm not ready.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
The second attack whips through the air. Kane, you feel something draw against your bowels, and you feel skin fold on top of skin in your midsection.
Can I do something like before that hit actually happens?
Yeah, perfect. What would you like to do?
I want to impose one of my luck points against it to impose disadvantage on it attacking Kane.
Heck yeah, I love that. The second check to hits barely.
Okay.
It I guess like it still connects. As it connects, I guess like it cuts. You reach out to, I guess like so when Malik utilizes like luck in the space, like what does that normally look like?
It's once again another like Enochian type thing, and like there's a lot of words that he says that nobody else understands. So it almost looks like praying, which is weird because he's not a religious figure, but it's just tied to his lineage. So just this echoing word of bustir like echoes across the walls to try to disrupt what this thing is doing, but it seems like it slows it, but not entirely.
The surprise, like seeing your fellow in this kind of peril, it catches you off guard, even as you chant out this I guess like this Enochian. Go ahead and take inspiration as your like resolve is bolstered. You have to stop this thing. You have to make sure that your fellow doesn't die.
All right.
And you're actually up next. So what are you doing?
Do I have enough space to basically step in and drag him out of the area? Drag Kane out of the area?
Kane, will you fight him if he drags you out of the space?
Probably not at this point.
Okay. Yeah, you can totally do that. You can grab him. If he relents to the grapple, you can pull him out.
All right. I'm going to do that. And actually, hang on. I'm looking at the map. Ilariana, are you in the area as well?
Yes, I'm behind you guys.
Okay.
Or no, I'm right near Kane because I stabbed the fiery guy.
Cool. So my hand is on each of their shoulders, and I'm pulling them both back through the door.
You race outwards. So I guess that's forced. So you're forcing his movement, so the creature will not get an attack of opportunity. Mm-hmm. You drag both of them through the space. You can hear the sounds of blood hit the stones as you pull Ilariana and Kane past the threshold of the door. What are you doing?
Tell me if I can only do one of these things. But Ilariana, did you read out the text on the statue so like that we know what it says when it said perish all?
Yes.
Cool. I'm not going to wait for an agreement on this. I'm going to grab one of the bottles from Ilariana's pocket. I want to throw it through the door like
Okay.
at the crowd, and then I want to shut the door and use my key, my instant door key on the door.
Hell yeah, I love it. Go ahead and do it.
There's nothing to roll for this, so because I'm not throwing it at a person, I'm throwing it like in an area. So I'm just throwing the bottle into the room, shutting the door, and I'm using my instant door key on the door, and it turns into the wall. So I've just sealed that entire wall, and I don't know what's happening on the other side. But if it said "perish all" on the statue, I sure am hoping it kills everything in there.
Well, then,
So
guys, that was close.
you slam the door closed. As you slam the door closed, you can hear a hissing noise, some awful reverberation on the other side of the door. And as that reverberation happens, shuddering the wood turns to stone, and you're safe for now.
Well, I don't know what that was, but that was absolutely awful. And I'm going to put my hand on Kane's head, and I'm going to use my healing hands action for a 2d4 HP addition to them.
Go ahead and roll those 2d4. Perfect.
So it's going to give 5 HP back. It's not a lot, but it's more than you had before.
Thank
Just
you.
like Kane to be itching for a fight.
Yeah, you feel some of those wounds like stitch a bit, that bit of skin along his side. It closes just a little bit. You hear a keening, a great animal sound, like coming from the southern space in this dungeon. And behind the door, you can hear things banging against the stone. Behind the wall now, you can hear things banging against the stone. But for now, you have a moment of repose. Ilariana, what are you doing? And Kane, what are you doing?
Well, now that we are out of peril for just a second, I'm pulling out the bottles so that both myself and Malik can better examine them.
Yeah, you only have one bottle now because I threw the other one into there, and it sounds like it did something.
Were there
But-
only two? I thought there were multiple.
Yeah, there were, I guess, like, I think that I said that there were, I guess, like 3 of them.
Okay, well, you're -1, whatever it is.
Okay, so we have 2 still.
And you just grabbed whatever bottle was in the mix, right?
I grabbed one of the 3 bottles
That's fair.
because all I heard was these 3 bottles came from under a statue that said "perish all." It's like, that sounds dangerous. Throw it.
So I guess I cast my perception check and see if I can figure out if there's anything else about them besides them just glowing.
Okay. Go ahead, and while you're doing that, Kane, what are you doing?
Is there is is there any properties with this spaghetti? Is there like can we
Can
do
you eat the
anything with it?
spaghetti?
Can I eat
So-
this spaghetti? Can I make a band-aid out of this spaghetti?
So the spaghetti on like the far end. So you could theoretically like rub spaghetti on your wounds. Unfortunately, the spaghetti is on the other side of this this door. You shouldn't do that. I don't feel like that's
should have grabbed
But
the
it's all
spaghetti
over
before I got
me.
pulled through.
The spaghetti's all over me. I got covered in spaghetti.
I don't think the spaghetti does anything. I think it's purely aesthetic.
It is
Lovely.
aesthetic, like I guess like ruined
Can I-
creature
can I, like,
spaghetti.
throw it as a decoy or something.
I guess you can have pocket spaghetti. You've got pocket spaghetti. If you'd like to use that to gain advantage, you can go ahead and do that. These potions are potions of agony, which you're unfamiliar. You've never run into that before, Alariana. These potions, whenever they're applied to the creature, give them disadvantage for the next minute of combat. And you imagine they feel agonizing.
All right. So I will not be drinking these.
Oh, well, I guess we could have kept fighting, but I definitely thought that maybe it was going to burn them all alive or something.
Well, I'm just
Still
glad.
kind of helpful.
But noted that I grabbed a clump of spaghetti and it's in my pocket, and I'm saving that for later.
Pocket spaghetti. I love it.
You know,
Don't
that's
worry
fair.
about it. I've got plenty in my hair. I'll give you a whole bunch. I'm covered in it. Literally
Oh.
covered in it.
So, I mean, this northern door, Malik, you were attempting to cast Detect Magic. What's the range on your Detect Magic spell?
Detect magic is a range of 30 feet in a
Okay.
sphere.
Okay. So you didn't get the chance to cast it fully, you felt something faintly magical in this more northern space above you.
While I'm sure I can't really get like a well, okay, so yeah, so I can't tell like a ton, but I guess I could normally tell if there's like a school of magic attached to it, but since I didn't get that far, did I get a positive or negative feeling about it, or did I just get magic?
You just got magic.
Okay, I'll say, well, there's something not natural behind this door. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but there's something behind this door that I haven't turned into a wall yet.
I did not mean to make that roll. I'm sorry. I
Do you want to
hit
keep it?
But what does it
That's
do?
a great check.
I rolled a 20 on this door.
So you check the, I guess, like the expanse around the door. You don't find anything in the way of traps or any kind of anything mystical in the door. There isn't anything that would harm or injure you, like if you manipulated this door at all, and it doesn't seem to be locked.
So looks kind of safe. It's not locked. So do we want to try this one? I mean, we didn't fare so well with the first one.
Does that 20 expand to hearing anything behind the door, or is there nothing
Yeah.
to hear behind the door?
You're still relatively close to the door where I mean the wall that has all of the moaning behind it, and that's interfering with your hearing, but you don't hear anything behind this area that you're just checking it. That sounds quiet. That sounds dead.
All right. Oh, I just remembered I had something else in my pack. So like, yeah, we could try that as I'm digging through my pack to see what else I can have in here. And actually, I pull out. I actually did manage to buy in character creation potion of healing that I will then give to Kane as well. So that's another 2d4 plus 2.
Hey, buddy, we're taking care of you. We're gonna patch you up real good.
So that's going to give an extra 8 health back to Kane.
You guys are
That's
giving
great.
me enough strength to make a stupid decision.
Hey, you know what? If you're going to make a stupid decision, you have to be at better health to do so.
That keening continues from the south. It sounds like a great animal screaming. What are you going to do with this door, Alariana?
I guess I'm gonna open it.
I guess like you push the door open. You can see a
And
small.
I'm gonna use my stealth to open it.
Make me a stealth check really quick. 13. All right. You not your quietest, but still leagues quieter than many fellows that you know. You look into the space, and at the end of the smallish hallway there, you can see what looks like a skeleton laying against one of the far walls. It looks like there was some kind of small like stick or something in its hand, and it looks like there was also a small pouch along a ruined leather belt.
Lovely. I go in and thieve that fucking pouch.
Cool. This has got. I mean, you as you pick it up, you can feel a weight in the space. Do you look inside the pouch?
100%.
You push the top flap of the pouch open, and you can see inside the pouch there are a collection of bottles. It looks like these bottles also have a faint glow to them, and there's I mean that stick on the side as you close with it, you can see that it's run through with bits of silver, and in a space on the stick where you would potentially like put your thumb, you can see an arrow on it, like carved into the wood.
Guess I'm picking up a stick.
I guess like you pick up I guess like the stick, and I mean in the dim light it felt sort of awkward, but as you adjust it, you realize that this very crude thing is some kind of wand.
Yeah, I got a wand. So I use my I guess I'll do my investigation on this wand since I used to be a acolyte. Maybe
Perfect.
I know something about it.
Make me an Arcana check, and while that's going on, Malik, And Kane, what are you doing? There's a wall that a place that you've turned into a wall, and there's also a doorway that's down to the south.
Yeah, so I'm just discussing with Kane. I go, well, what do you think? Do you want me to reopen the wall and we attack the things that we're already used to attacking? That thing hit you pretty hard. Or we can go down the hallway with the big screaming animal sound. You know, it's good choices either way around. You okay there, buddy? I just started like clapping my hands in front of Kane's
Kane,
face.
still okay? You still with us, Kane?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. Well, what do you think? Reopen the door to the horde of undead angry things, or go for the screaming animal?
You guys healed me up, and I kind of want round two with those
You,
guys.
you want to fight the things again?
Yeah, I think they got the better of me, and I can't sit well with that.
All right. Well, Lariana, you find anything interesting in there?
I rolled a 14 on Arcana check.
So, with a 14, you realize that this wand is a wand of magical missiles. So you have one of those. Unfortunately, on a 14, you don't know how many charges are left in it. Presumably, if it's just been left here, over a period of time, it would have, I guess, like reclaimed all of its charges. But you're just not sure.
Cool. Well, looks like I've got some bottles and a magic wand.
All right. Well, if we don't want to go after the screaming animal sound, I can reopen this door and we can fight everything that's on the other side. Maybe it will be better if they're all bottlenecked in there and they can't get through.
Do we want to see what these bottles are? If they're more blowy uppy things or if they're more slowy down things?
That'd be good. That way we can know to throw more things if we can. It seems like we're going to have to throw literally everything we have at these things since they just keep coming.
All right. So I will investigate these bottles if you want to also investigate or look at them.
Why not? Should I do? I have expertise in perception. Is there anything I could do with that on the bottles versus investigation, or does it have to be an investigation?
It can be a perception check. I got no problem with
Okay,
that.
I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll also do a perception check.
Okay.
But it's a 12. I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one to advantage that because that was
you don't actually have
not
to use
good.
your perception is, I guess, like 12 is enough. That's fine.
Okay.
But you rolled so either
Okay.
one of those. You get the sense that these are like healing potions. They've just
Right.
they've been sitting for some while. The containers, the glass that they're in, it looks like there was some ornate wire that was probably wrapped around them at some point, and they could have at one point been potions of a higher potency. But since most of the magic has left for them, Kane, you adjust and you array yourself in front of the now stone wall. It hasn't been a minute yet. You can still remain in rage because the new rage lasts for 10 minutes. It's fucking sick. And what would you guys like to do now?
So what I'm going to do is once Ilariana once we determine that it is a health potion, I'll say give another one to Kane to boost him up, and I'm going to step in front of the wall to unlock the door.
All right.
Once he heals up a little bit more.
All right, that's going to be 2d4 plus 2 healing for you, Kane. All right, this is still really rough.
I have to roll a 2d4.
Yeah,
2d4 plus 2.
Then I'll add it to your health points. You feel a surge of energy through your body. You are far from good, but perhaps with your anger, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's doing better than he was before.
Yeah, certainly.
So I go,
guys, health potions. I'm sorry.
nah, hey, you're good. That's what they're for, right? And I'm going to put the key into the wall and go, all right, 1, 2, 3, turn. And I'm going to turn it back into a door and swing it open.
You throw the door open. Let me go ahead and populate this space. And we are in initiative. Please roll for initiative for your characters.
All right.
Oh man. I rolled
Oh.
20.
9.
All right.
Where does that initiative at?
It's up in the middle, next to your armor class.
Got it. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a 7. I thought it was a 1.
Yep. So you're also a 9. We have equal, we have equal dexterity though. So I'm gonna let Kane go first. Over me.
I rolled a 20. I don't know what that means.
You're going
You go
first.
first.
You're
Oh,
going.
yay.
You're going first.
Damn it. Why?
Alariana, I guess like on 20 as the door is thrown open, you're ready in that moment, and you can see this pack of things splashed with whatever chemical was flung on the ground. Even though they are dead, they are wailing in pain. What are you doing?
I'm casting resistance on all of us.
I think that you can only target one person with resistance.
All right,
To
so
Kane.
Kane, I'm targeting you with resistance, buddy.
What would you like to make Kane resistant to? What kind of damage?
He's getting stabbed a bunch.
Okay. Stabby damage.
So slashing
Piercing.
damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, slashing would be good, right?
Cool. Oh yeah. All right. So he is going to be resistant to. He's gonna, I think, subtract with the new resistance spell. He's going to subtract 1d4 from the next incoming like slashing damage for the next minute. So the next
Awesome.
instance of that damage, and that is your action. Is there anything that you would like to do on your bonus action?
I'm gonna fire an arrow at the closest bad guy.
I don't actually. I think that if you fire an arrow, that's unfortunately one of your actions.
Oh, my bonus action? Hold on.
Yeah. I think with your you can hide, or you can move.
You can
and
use a
dash.
magic item for
Yeah,
bonus action.
You could use a magic item as a bonus action, and you have a wand of magic missiles.
Oh, I'm gonna throw some missiles.
Hell yeah! Which one do you want to hit? The one that's in the very front?
Yeah, the one that's in the very front.
Okay. So at that level of magic missile, it casts it as a first level spell. So it is going to do.
So 1d4 plus 1 at first level, and it's
Okay.
3 times.
And it does 3 of them. So
I roll 3 d4s.
yeah, 3d4, and then you'll add 3 to this number.
Oh, nope. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me accidentally somehow mess this up.
You're good.
It's now up to 25, and I don't know how to undo that.
Oh.
Oh, it's cool. I can fix it. Is it just keep going initiative,
Yeah.
or what's it? Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to get up. I don't know what happened.
You're okay. You're okay.
All right.
So I can go ahead and roll the I guess like the 3d4. Is it just spamming your initiative in the log?
I have no idea what I did.
Okay.
I'll be honest. Let me try it again. Oh, okay. All right, now. Nope. Okay, and now how do I roll it? I clicked it on 3, so I
Just go ahead, and there should be the option to roll them at the bottom of the, I guess at the
Okay,
bottom
there we
left hand.
did it. We're good now.
Heck yeah, 10. That's great. Plus 3, 13 points of damage. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yay.
All right, 13 points of damage. What does it look like when those things like fly from the end of your attack?
Like a hail of colorful sparks, like Jubilee.
They scream across the expanse, and these colorful sparks like impact the creature's chest. It's moved back a bit. The other creatures are unfortunately bottlenecked behind that creature. So Kane, what are you doing next?
I gave you an in. I gave Kane an in.
All right, Kane, you have time to swing, buddy.
Lumbering creature, I guess like, oh, cool.
I want to go in with my frenzy and cleave again.
All right, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and make me, I guess, an attack check against the creature.
Try to carve a path.
So make me an attack roll with your great axe.
Ready?
7 does not hit its so that's a, I guess like that's a 1 as well. So a 7 does not hit. You swing, your blade goes wide, and it impacts the stone next to the creature. And for a moment your blade is stuck. So you'll have to pry that free. And that is your action.
Damn it.
Malik, what are you doing?
I see them all bottlenecked in there. So I'm going to aim for one of the ones in the middle of the group with my longbow, and I'm going to fire
Okay.
at them. 18
18
to
hits.
hit. All right, so first, it's going to take 8 piercing damage. And then at the same time, I'm going to shout, as I fire, I'm going to shout the cast word Restel and cast Hail of Thorns into the crowd that's there.
Hell yeah.
So they have to make a I don't know why I did that. That's not correct. Okay, so yeah, they have to make a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Okay.
And that's when I'm going to actually make the roll.
Hell yeah. All right. So, and what's its, I guess, the area of effect? How many people does that hit?
Everybody within 5 feet of the one that got hit. So so basically everybody around one of the ones that's in the middle.
That is amazing. All right. So this one, and it's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw of 13.
All right. So we have 1 fail, 2 fail.
Mm-hmm.
3 fail. Is this rain of, I guess, like arrows is striking all of them.
Yep.
We have, I guess, like I've got 1 pass, and then we have another fail. So only one of them.
And the one that got hit as well has to make the same throw.
Okay, go ahead and make that check. They roll a 1.
Okay, so everybody. Okay, well, everybody that failed is going to get 4 piercing damage, and the ones that succeeded are going to get 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, of course, the one that got hit, I'm going to imbue slow on him again for a lack of 10 feet. Not that he can really move in there, but, screw it.
Yeah. All right.
And that's my action and bonus action.
That's a pretty great action and bonus action. That one's fine. 4. I guess the one that you struck initially falls to pieces.
Excellent. And from the pieces, thorns just go flying out in all directions and hit everybody else.
So weird.
I guess like they're struck. Some of them seem mute to the damage, but you notice the majority of them, like, the attempt to protect themselves. They all you see bits of bone, bits of flesh strike the floor in this space, and a number of them don't have much left after that assault. This one's still bottlenecked. I guess like the creature that is in front of I guess like of Kane, it raises its short blade. It has disadvantage and it rolls to attack. It swings. Its first blow like strikes the stone near Kane, and then it raises its blade to attack again. The second strike hits your AC exactly, because your AC is 15, correct?
So what turns into spaghetti?
So what do you sacrifice on your person?
The pocket spaghetti that I already had.
And even more spaghetti.
You said anything.
I knew that pocket spaghetti would come in handy.
You grab the pocket spaghetti, you push the pocket spaghetti up into the space. It impacts the thing's blade, and it's like it somehow doubles the amount of spaghetti that falls into a pile. into the ground on you. We hadn't really worked out whether or not that was going to do any damage, so I'm going to rule that currently that doesn't do any damage to you as this rain of spaghetti hits the ground in front of you, and we're at the top of the round. Alariana, what are you doing?
That's just funny.
I'm laughing my butt off, screaming more pocket spaghetti as I fire another hail of missiles into the middle of the bad guys.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and I guess like make that no, that's not a check. You just want to, so do you want to hit one, or would you like to spread it out over several of them? Because you have
Spread it out
three.
over several because I'm aiming into the mass.
Okay. Go ahead and roll I guess like a D4, another D4, and another D4. And it's relevant because some of these only have 4 hit points left after
Okay.
Hail of Thorns.
Yeah, so each one gets 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Did it roll? No. Oh, it rolled. Oh, okay. Come on. There we go. Got it to go.
Okay, so you're going to do 3 and 3, and then you're going to do 6 points of damage to the last one.
All right.
Okay, so this one is going to fall to the ground. This one is going to have 1 hit point left. And excellent. Sparks fly. I guess like lightning flies. I guess like missiles fly into the into the space through what looks like falling spaghetti. Two of the creatures, 2 of the skeletons arrayed. They are stuck with thorns. Bone chips have fallen and hit the ground. Both of them collapse. One of them remains up, barely in the space. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action? So you can, and this is wild, you can use your bonus action to attack again with that because it's not a magical action. You're just using an item. Would you like to use that wand of magic missiles again?
Yes.
Okay.
Aiming it at the ones that are left. I guess it's just the one, or the guy that's attacking.
There are 3 left. There are 4 if you include the one that is currently facing off against Kane.
I am firing at the one that's coming against Kane while it's still dealing with the spaghetti.
Okay. Excellent. Give me, I guess, go ahead and roll 3d4. Oof. Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Every little bit helps. The thing is, I guess struck back confused as 3 flashes of light dart into its chest. The impact, it's still cut off from its fellows. They're unable to move through the space. Kane, you're up next. What are you doing?
3 left. 1 in front. I want to. That's double pile of spaghetti that's in front of us.
Now you getting some more for your pocket.
You got double pile of spaghetti. You can use interact with an object.
Double it and give it to the next one. I'm gonna grab that big pile of spaghetti and fling it with such a ferocity into the one in front of me's face and the crowd. But the guy in front taking the most of the damage, I'm just gonna, like, with the strength of a berserker, hit him in the face with a fistful of spaghetti.
Oh yeah,
improvised weapon is definitely a move.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me, I guess, like a check for unarmed attack.
We're killing him with spaghetti.
Yeah, it's gonna happen right now.
Like spaghetti missiles now. Unarmed, boom.
I find it very poetic that the foodie of the group is killing something with spaghetti.
That's a really great roll.
That's the biggest hit we've had in the whole game.
His face explodes by the 4th soak of
A
spaghetti.
25.
Okay, so roll me, I guess, like 1d4 for the spaghetti because it's an improvised weapon. Then you're gonna roll me 2d6 for your frenzy. Because I'm assuming it's strength based. It's fine. It's strength based spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
And then you're then you're gonna add your strength damage and your frenzy damage.
Jesus.
2d6 and 1d4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's 18 points of damage from Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Flaming spaghetti.
Tell me he's not dead yet. Tell me.
That
he
is
is
fucking
he is not
awesome.
dead, but I mean, you grab this pocket full of spaghetti and your hand moves backwards as you release it. What's it look like, Kane?
The spaghetti like starts to like take fire as it comes forward, and it like eventually right before it leaves my hand, it looks like a Hadouken.
Uh,
Duke it.
the flaming spaghetti hits the side of the thing's face. It rips, I guess, skin from bone, and it turns one of its, I guess, like its eyes dark as its head is thrown backwards. Malik, you do feel a rumbling in the space, like energy is moving to push you out of this dungeon. You've made changes here, and you've helped people looking to explore this space in the future, and you still have your turn. What are you doing?
Before I get shoved out of the area, I don't like this thing that is so durable. So for a bonus action, I'm focusing Hunter's Mark onto it.
Hell yeah, I love that.
And then for my action, I'm the longbow to one side. I'm pulling my short sword out, just giving it a spin in my hand, and I'm thrusting straight forward into this thing.
Do it. All right.
And that is a natural 20 for a 24.
Nice.
Okay.
So how do you do natural 20s for damage? Because I'm about to do a lot of things at once.
Okay. Well, I guess like you're gonna double all the rolling portions of your damage.
Okay, so first, we're going to double this strike. So I did 8 piercing, so it's going to be... So I rolled 6, so it's going to be 12 plus 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
For Hunter's Mark, it then adds 1d6 force. So that's going to be 10 if it's doubled that as well. And then, is this thing dead? And if not, I've got one more thing to attach to it.
It is not looking very good at all.
Great, I've got one more thing to attach to, which is I'm going to add Dreadful Strike onto this, which deals an additional 2d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
I don't know if I double that one as well, because it's part of it, but we'll see. That's 8, so if it's doubled, that's 16, but it's 8 psychic damage.
Okay. We'll double it.
All right. Basically, I stab into this thing, and then it has a carrying force onto it that goes all the way up into its brain and shocks it.
There's a cracking noise. You watch that energy move up through its neck. Areas of its neck bursts. You feel it move up into the thing's face. You hear its jaw break. The space burned away from the flaming attack delivered by Kane. It cracks, and you can see red run down the side of the thing's head. It is still standing by a thread of whatever necromantic energy is keeping it up.
Oh my
Just pull the sword out and just go, for fuck's sake, die already.
It swings in agony at you, Kane, because it can't get to your fellows, and it wants to desperately.
Is that my turn?
It's going to be your turn after its turn. It has a
Okay.
turn before your attack, and it hits with disadvantage, swinging this blade up into your fellow Kane. It chops Kane in the guts, doing 10 points of damage, which will be halved because you are in rage. And then it will do it's as if some of the damage it just took, that pain, that anguish, is pushed into its blade, and that travels through Kane's form. And you take 9 psychic damage. It swings again. It realizing that in moments you will be taken from it, and it wishes more than anything to keep one of your poor souls here. Unfortunately, its last blow moves wild, and it buries it in the stones next to your I guess like the void where your head is, Kane. And we are now at the top of the round. Ilariana, what are you doing?
I am.
You
Excuse
can
me.
still feel faint magic inside of your wand, just so you know, but you don't know exactly how many attacks you have left with it.
I'm gonna use my short bow on the thing that's attacking Kane and try and do a last killing blow on it.
All right, it's a hard number to hit, but go ahead and make that check. You got it.
Okay. 20.
That's gonna hit.
And I hit
That's a natural 20, so it's a crit.
and my amount of damage 4, 5.
So that's doubled.
And then you also have your sneak attack damage because he's within 5 feet of an ally.
7.
What does that look like when you kill this thing?
It just explodes into a big bag of goo.
So your I guess like your strike hits it, and as it's I guess like it's hit finally with your with I guess like with your energy, it blows up all over Kane, leaving a trail of disgusting wetness all over the ground. And as it's destroyed, this rumbling in this place continues. It seems to get louder and louder. You can feel all of yourselves shunted out through the I guess like through the opening that you I guess like you came through when you traversed to this place.
We're back in that big room again with the
Well,
statue.
you're
Or
actually
out of the
like
dungeon.
pushed all the way out of the dungeon, surprisingly intact. Well done.
Woo!
Hitting the ground, just go. Fuck that place.
You I guess like you point, but there's energy. I mean, as victors, as survivors, you've changed this place. You
Woo.
have the ability to make it different for those that come here in the future. And certainly those foes that you faced in the front, they won't be there for the next group of people who will arrive. But what do you add to the die of dread? Think about it for a moment. What would you like to be different the next time you arrive?
What do you guys think?
So I have an idea just to make things interesting for people. Which is DM, how many rooms are there in this dungeon that are
Available from that first room.
that are possible? Not even available from that first room, but how many rooms are possible on this map?
Possible on this map, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 with
5.
Yeah.
5, great. I think it'd be fun if when you go to open a door, if you rolled on this die, you roll a d6, and it's whatever number pops up, that's the room that they wind up in.
I
like
love
it's a
that.
like it's a teleporting room almost.
Yes, I want to give people a chance to hop into things that are way later on down the line, things that they might not have reached if they died early on.
I do kind of like that idea.
All right, so I guess like, well, what do you think about that, Kane? How's that feel?
I was actually gonna say something like that. Like if you open one of the doors, it teleports you to the other side of the map.
Well, perfect. All right, so room rearranger is going to be added to the I guess like the.
I do like the
die?
mechanic of rolling the dice to pick which room you end up getting. That was so much fun.
Hell yeah!
It was a
All right.
blast.
Well, I guess
I'm
thank you
kind of
everyone
sad we
for-
did. I made my character thinking I was gonna die, so I didn't really put a whole lot of effort into it and giving her a backstory. Now I feel like I really should because she survived it.
Yeah, she earned. I guess like this character certainly earned. I guess like a backstory. We'll make those changes. Thank you all, everyone who's I guess like come and checked out this episode. All right, so where can folks find you guys? I guess like Zach. Let's start off with you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I played your Asimar Ranger Malik. You can find me on just about every social media platform at Sneakernet Music. For my band Sneakernet, I make music for tabletop streams and for your general consumption. Find it on Spotify, etc. I'm also usually on Thursdays on the Hype Goblin Twitch and YouTube channel playing another D&D game called Luck and Chaos. It's a highly homebrewed D&D game as well. I'm on a variety of channels all over the place doing tabletop games. As I like to say with all of them, I am wherever tabletop games are played. Thank you guys so much for having me here.
Hell yeah. All right. I guess like Jen, where can folks find your stuff?
Hey guys, like I said, I'm Jen. I play the elf rogue Ilariana, and you can find me on Instagram at Rogues Trove and on TikTok at The Rogues Trove, and mostly just play Magic. Occasionally you can find me at Gigabytes Cafe or hanging out playing Magic with my friends and reading a lot. I read so much. I'm definitely on Book Talk. It's bad.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
And Babs, what's I guess like where can folks find your stuff?
yeah, I'm Babin Jai. You can find me online, aperture_ghost, playing video games and doing nerdy stuff. You could also check out my show, Hope Givers on PBS.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you guys very much for playing D&D with us, and you guys are absolutely amazing.
I had a blast. Thank you guys for
Thank you
inviting
all.
me.